2012-2013 Philippine Basketball Association Coach of the Year. Currently, he's a significant member of the coaching staff of the undefeated Meralco Bolts. Assisting none other than Coach Norma Black, please welcome Coach Luigi Trillio.
Good evening to all the fans here and all the people coming out, the bloggers and everything. Later after the talk, if you guys want to ask anything, please do. We'd be glad to answer.
So we're going to do some things a little bit differently because we've known each other for quite some time, and I'm used to interviewing him on the court, making him, knocking on the locker room. Hey, Luigi, I need some help. I need to interview you. So I want to interview you really quickly before you go on your talk. Cool? All right. Now, obviously, you're as a coach, you have to be confident, right? You have to give that confidence not just to yourself, but to your players as well. How do you do that?
Well, just to start, there are times also as a coach that you're not confident. There are times you'll be losing, but to me, what really works in our favor is when you get prepared. So if you do your homework, you're able to scout the teams, and then something I use is the what, the how, and the why. That's something that I really try to answer with our players, and it gives them confidence. So we may be facing a team like Tokentex that loves to run, and they're good at fast breaks, and you need to tell them that for the game. It's like, what are they good at? The how, you look around with the players and you say to yourself, how are you going to stop this? So there are things that we do on the court, the drills that we do that prepare them for the game, and then the why. Why do you do this? So those type of things help us. And another thing also with me is, they say coaches are cynics. Palaging nagagalit, palaging sa sermon, mainit ang ulo, but there's also a thing where you're clinical. You just don't become cynical with the players. Clinical in the sense that you look for solutions. So when you bring those solutions out, it's just like a doctor. Something may be bad with your skin, or you may need a certain deodorant. It's the same thing with us. You don't make it personal. It's just not about making sermon. You give them solutions, and as a coach, I think that's a responsibility that we have. And this is the way I've learned through the years of getting to our players.
Now, your wife is here. Your lovely wife Rhea is here, and I'm sure she thinks that you look good, right? You think he looks good? Of course, she says, of course. Now, I have to ask you, do you think that looking good will help you with your coaching and all the stuff that you do?
Jeans, it's funny you say that, because even as coaches, I'd be foolish to say that I came in there, and sometimes you find yourself like, when you're talking to your players, sometimes my laway would come out. And I saw this from Coach Tin, like you'd be stressed out. So you're getting your talk, and then it's coming out to the point that you're looking, it's drying up. And then you realize that, you get better. The next time I give my talk, I make sure I take a glass of water. Even if I'm a bit nervous, I settle myself down. Another time was, I remember like after a game, I'd be watching Scout on a game too, and I'm raising my hands up for complain to the referees, and you feel good after the game, you coach and stuff. You realize that I'm perspiring. So I've got sweat, you may smell okay, but the sweat is still there. So to me, it's the next time you come out, is you have a responsibility also to the fans that you need to make sure that it's better. So I'm not, remember, everybody goes through this. Players come out, they're gonna sweat, coaches will do things, but it's how you improve it. And I think that's why I was interested here with this, because it helps you. Another simple thing, Gino, is, I know you laugh at me, sometimes you get interviewed and then you're super oily. So it's happened to me before where you come out, but through practice, trial and error, you realize that sometimes you can improve this. There's certain products out there.
All right, I know you have a lot of stories to tell. You've been in the PBA for what, how long?
That's 18.
18
I hope I don't look that old.
18, but then you started in your early 20s, so obviously it's okay, because you started at a very, very young age. So you have a lot of stories to tell But any funny ones you want to share with everybody here?
You know, some stories. Well, maybe one thing that comes up to mind is I remember that early on. I won't mention a name, but there's some times that you come in and you have to huddle, and maybe in the workplace it happens also, but in the sports thing it really does also. And you know, sometimes you need your guys to focus in, and we couldn't focus in because the hygiene, somebody wasn't smelling well. So I'm not going to mention who. Obviously, he looked good. He really looked good. He seems okay. But again, it's something that takes you away from focusing in on what you're doing. And eventually, it happened for 2 weeks, and then it got better. And you know, instead of guys making fun of other people, you're able to focus on the huddle. So these are things that, you know, I think there's a responsibility not only doing your craft well, meaning you do your job well, but I've learned also, and trust me guys, I wasn't good at the start, but you can improve on it. So you realize when you meet sports writers or when you're interviewed after a game, you make sure that you're prepared. And just like coaches with players, when we prepare them, meaning do you need to improve on your sprint down, do you need to improve on your shooting, I think we have a responsibility as well to look good and you feel good. You know, you're confident. Not only are you confident, your players are confident.
So 18 years, many of them with Alaska, some with Meralco. Let me think. Who Were you an assistant or a head coach? Let's not put you there. All right, well, you want to say anything else, a final message perhaps to everybody here?
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. You know, this is, I said before, like if you were in apparel, you know, apparel before was more for men. And now you're seeing there's apparel for women. And just hearing people talk, it always used to be for women when it comes to these things. But I was impressed when I came in, the products they have there, they're more than 5. There's like 40 of them. And it's you know that you need an edge once you do things. And these things give us an advantage. So, you know, enjoy the night. If there are any questions there you guys want, I'd be glad to answer them. And thank you for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Coach Luigi Trillio.